After years of living between borders, you stop asking, where am I from? And start asking, where do I actually belong? The answer usually sits somewhere in the gaps.
When I go back there, I don't necessarily miss it. I was back there a few weeks ago, and I was driving around to see my brother and my father, and we had to go out through the West Country, and we're driving through these tiny villages, and they're so picturesque. The only thing in it is that it's got like a pub, it's got a chip shop, and it's got a cafe. And that's perfect. Like, this is amazing. I could live here. But then I go to my hometown, and it's dreary, and everything's changed, and there's buildings where there weren't buildings before, and the culture is now so international that that there's parts of the town where you can walk through and you're the only white person, and that's that is what it is. But to me, because I haven't grown with that change, it's odd to me. And you think, wow, okay, this whole area is different to what it was when I was a kid. For better or for worse, for good or bad, I don't really care. But because I've taken a 13-year break and I only go back every 1 or 2 years, it's always very stark.
We spend our lives trying to get back to a home we remember. But the hard truth of the expat journey is that the place you're looking for, it might not exist anymore.
I think home is a feeling, but I'm getting a bit teary. Home is a feeling, but it's not. It's based in a place that might not exist anymore. Going back to Sydney and just seeing like a lot of like just how things have changed, like since I've been gone. Even like, like I found myself driving like in my car. I'm like, when I drive from point A to point B, I go the same way every time, because like in the middle of point A for point B, there's this thing that I'll go to. For example, like I don't know, like a shop or someone's house, but that person might not be living there anymore. That shop might not exist. So it's like the reason that I would take that path there's no point to it. I'm going the long way for nothing. And like, I just caught myself doing that constantly. Like I would have to go from point A to point B, and I just find myself taking the long path because I am just subconsciously like home, but like that's like the physical world has changed, and like I still feel like I'm somewhere else, if that makes sense, but I'm not, because that place isn't there anymore, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a feeling, but I think for me, like I always think back to like where I came from, and where I came from, like just, time goes forward, not backwards. So it's not there anymore.
Where is home, Esteban?
Where is home? Well, home, home is where you feel so relaxed that you can be the person that you are, where you don't have to pretend that you are someone, where you are at ease and in peace with the people that surround you. That's home, and it can be Switzerland, Mexico, Romania, Germany. It can be anywhere. We define where home is for us, and therefore we have all the capacity to name home anywhere we want.
That's an amazing way of saying it. Home is not a location, it's a feeling. My feeling somehow as well. Brittany, is home a feeling or is it a place?
It's people.
Well, you got me confused now.
Home is people. Home is the people that I'm with. My husband and I met in college. We lived in some apartments in Atlanta. We lived up in Pittsburgh when I was in grad school. We lived in Croatia. Now we live out in Denver. He is my home, and my home is where he is. And now, of course, my son is also my home. I'm home when I am with them. And if I was here by myself, it wouldn't be home. And that's it. Home isn't a place, it's people.
Trust me, you'll know when it will happen. And I do feel more and more that it's a feeling. I have a short story. We had a road trip with my wife and my kid last year in the US. We did the East Coast for 3 weeks, and we lived in different random Airbnbs. And I have to say, after we arrived, we settled in. 2 hours later, I felt like home, because my wife was there, my kid was there, and that was it. And this is not something that you can associate with the place. I think that's that makes it a big difference. 1 year ago, we were looking for a destination, but listening back to these 50 episodes, I realized we actually found a tribe. We are the permanent strangers. Our map has no border because our home isn't a house. It's the people we refuse to leave behind. I'm Paul, and this was Whereabouts Tales.